thumbs up if One Piece episode 517 met all your expectations of what you wanted this episode to be. What's up, everybody? ForneverWorld here today to do my review of the episode. First episode of the time skip. It was just magnificent. I can't even lie. I didn't find anything wrong. Not one thing wrong with this episode. The animation was so fluid. I want to start off with that. The animation was so fluid. The updated art style was so magnificent. It looked awesome. It looks perfect. What they did with this series and taking the old art style, and every time they've updated it with this new art style, the fluid animation, yes, those fillers that we previously had were a bad animation, but we can obviously see why. They were saving the budget for this particular episode and hopefully many more to come. The animation was so fluid. It looked perfect. They did an amazing job with the animation. Another thing I want to throw out there before I forget is the little interlude. They updated the interlude, and I'm so happy that it has great animation as well, because they're probably going to use that in future episodes to come, many episodes, and it looks awesome. It's very nice, a new little tune, but it's very reminiscent of the old tune of the interlude in between, the middle mark of the episode. I love it. It's really nice, reminiscent, shows all the characters, Luffy running, grabbing his straw hat, and then all the characters. Now that we got those two things out the way, let's start off with the episode. Episode starts off just awesome. Luffy's done with his training. He picks up his straw hat, and we get an awesome shot of him putting it on his head and smiling. Then we jump to Sabati Archipelago, and we see Zoro is the first one to arrive. We see Rayleigh sitting there, and, they're waiting for the Straw Hats to arrive, and Zoro is the first one to arrive, and he's, late as always, with these guys. I loved that part. I thought it was awesome. Everything just went so perfectly. They did this episode so well, and I'm so glad, because I was a little bit worried with, the way everything been going lately. Animation hasn't been top-notch. It was very, very low, especially for the previous episode. That was the last episode. They really cut down, they put very little money into it. And with this, when Zoro steps in, everything just looks perfect. His clothing looked like they have this gloss to it that makes it look so awesome. And that was a great scene. One by one, we see each of the characters arriving. We see Brook is a rock star now. He's a famous rock star. I forget what they call him, but he's the Soul King, I believe, something like that. And it's just awesome. We see him, he has tons of fans. It's really amazing to see that, when he was in his little ball and chain in that cage or whatever, to become a rock star on his own. And I'm sure he got a ton of training in as well with that. We see Chopper. He's getting cotton candy. He's really excited to see the crew. We see Nami, and she's in this bar drinking, waiting for people to show up. And we see these fake straw hats. They're fake straw hats because they're all imitating the straw hats, but they kind of, we know the straw hats, and we obviously know that's not Luffy. Luffy isn't a 500-pound fat dude, that is all talk and no action. We see all these crusty fake straw hats, and this Luffy is trying to, boss Nami around, because he doesn't know that that's the real Nami, and he's trying to boss her around, come and have a drink with me now, and Nami's, brushing him off or whatever, and then right when he's about to strike, the Beast, my favorite straw hat, yes, I said it, my favorite straw hat, Usopp, jumps into action with a slingshot, bam, grabs them all up with this new weapon that he created. I think it's called Green Pop or Pop Green, something like that. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. The action, when they showed the shot of finally of Usopp's entire character design, I loved it. It looked perfect. They did it very, very good. It was just really, again, I know I sound like a fanboy, but you got to watch the episode to understand what I'm talking about. The animation and the art style was just top-notch indeed. And, to see him and Nami interact and such, it was kind of awesome. A little bit of the fan service on Nami's side. They really made her bust really big. She went from a board to I don't even know what. She just is really busty and a bit fan servicey. But that's straight from the manga. It's straight from the manga, so you can't complain at all. It felt like if they was just taking pages out the manga and animating them with the best animation they had, made the art style the best art style that they could come up with. They changed it up a bit, and I'm not mad at all. I loved every bit of it. We saw Frankie. He sees the ship. He's like, it's in perfect condition, just the way we left it. I love that part. It just looked, everything was so well. The funniest moment, the heart of the episode was definitely Sanji, when he finally arrived on the island and seen all these women. Hilarious, had me chuckling. He's like, woman, woman, real life woman! Because, he'd been on this island with all these he-men women, all that stuff. And like, he is just so excited, had me rolling. The episode ends off with the fake Straw Hat. He's shooting people, trying to find Usopp and Nami, going crazy. And he bumps into some guy with a big backpack walking. And, we as viewers, I'm pretty sure everyone saw who that was. We knew that was Luffy or whatever. And, the guy's like, what are you doing? Because Luffy bumps the fake Straw Hat guy that's pretending to be Luffy. And the guy's like, oh, like, whoa. And Luffy just looks at him, huh? Because he said sorry for bumping him, but the guy was, like, going crazy. So he's like, huh? And the episode ends off to be continued. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for this episode. Amazing. I wouldn't have changed one thing about it. Nothing. It was just perfect. Everything when Rayleigh is talking there in the, I believe, bar or wherever he was talking at, he just was animated beautifully. The design, everything is just perfect. 10 out of 10 for this episode. I really hope it keeps going. No complaints whatsoever. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Do you think it was perfect? Done very well? Great taste? Everything just done, executed perfectly? Let me know in the comment section below or with a video response, because this is an important episode. First episode of the time skip, done 100% correct. And, shouts out to Toei Animation for really delivering with this episode. But that's all I have for you guys today. I'm ForneverWorld. Hope you enjoyed my review, and have an awesome day, people.